Here is our experience of the 2024 Golden Chopsticks Awards, which, if you don't know what they are, they're basically the Oscars of East and Southeast Asian cuisine. So we started off the journey with some Imodium, of course, because you never know when you get caught short, and train toilets are the worst. As you probably could tell from the beginning, that this is very much a black tie event, and it's absolutely fantastic. If you can come next year, I'd suggest come. It's just absolute hoot. It's just brilliant. So I'm just showing you the difference of where we come from, rural Somerset, Minehead to be exact. It's basically just fields everywhere. And we're going to a city, which is quite stressful for me, I'm not going to lie. So this is the Royal Lancaster, and where the Golden Chopsticks was in fact hosted this year. It was really, really fancy inside, way too fancy for us, to be honest. And also the front part, I believe, was in the Italian job. I think it's the new version though. And there is Hyde Park, that is situated just behind or in front of. Depends on your perspective, but it's there. And there's London. Then we all took a trip to Chinatown, which again, we go every year and it's fantastic. We just love it. There's so much to look at there. So many shops. Like, it's literally impossible to visit all the food places in a morning, so we just looked around. Because we got there quite early, nowhere was really open to begin with. Mum was really interested in this bubble tea. She loves bubble tea, so we just waited for that to open. Obviously we had to go to Siwu, and then we sat down and had some pastries. Can't remember where this was, but that was essentially, I call it the exploding donut, but it was just deep fried donut. Chassil sole there. Can't remember what was in cocktail bun. And here was the inside of it. It was literally just a giant donut that's been deep fried. And yes, it was as delicious as it sounds. Places like this really do send me back to my childhood, because it's the only place we could get food like this in the UK when I was younger. So we'd travel to London, come up and get these sort of pastries and stuff, because in rural Somerset there is no such thing as this kind of food. This is the place we went to eat, and the food was actually really, really good. Can't rate this enough. Obviously we ordered way too much for all of us, to the point where they had to actually start stacking the food on top of each other like that, because there was nowhere else to put the food. We always super order when we go out. Then in the evening it was time for the Golden Chopsticks itself. This was the entry point. I was absolutely bricking it. I am not a fan of big crowds. Like, cities literally make me panic. I must have had about 12 panic attacks. Anyway, so yeah, Mum was in her element, going around talking to everyone, and I was just trying to get footage, but because I was so distracted by everything that was going on, it was just too much. I kept forgetting to film. So here is the dining hall we're going to, and that tall lady there is my wife Lydia. This is the menu. It was fantastic, really, really well executed. There was just, look at all those people, it was massive. I was nervous the whole night, well, until I was drunk. Mum absolutely loved it. She just had such a whirl of a time. So I'm just going to leave some footage for a bit, and then I'll come back to the people we met. So I hope you enjoy.
The one and only Lucy Mitchell and Sarah Lewis!
Is there? This is the moment we find who won the best street food. Unfortunately, it wasn't us, but massive congratulations to Spice Lab. Well deserved. Then after the awards, we went round to meet people, met a load of people, met Jeremy Pang. Mum literally did the old person thing and took a video. That's why we're laughing there. Then we've got the Chinese chippy girl. She's got a brilliant podcast. Go check her out. Desa Sue, I can never say that right. She's brilliant. Ken Hom, obviously, I was too scared to ask for a photo with him. That's Steve Wallace, he watches us. Massive shout out to Steve. He's MasterChef winner and MasterChef judge. Well, next to me won Best Dumplings last year, and that's Dan Lee, who won Professional MasterChef. They're both absolute legends. Obviously got one because he was hosting it and one of the founders. 20 drinks in, and I managed to find the courage to actually go say hello to him. And then to round the night off, Liberty X. Yes, Liberty X came out and played. It was amazing. And it, like, honestly blew my mind, because I'm very much that era, and it just took me back straight back to school. It was insane. There, you can see I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. And it all came to an end of round one, which was brilliant because if I kept going, I would have been so hungover. I mean, I was massively hungover. But anyway, that was the Golden Chopsticks 2024. Can't wait to be back next year. If you can make it, make it. It really is fantastic and met so many decent people. Like, genuinely crazy good fun.